So, here we are. Here we are. Did you ever think we would come this far? Some people didn't believe this would actually happen. That's okay. That's okay. But what happens? What happens now? What do we do? How do we go on? How do we keep moving forward? Where do we go from here? So much has occurred. So much has happened. You may not understand what I'm saying right now, but you will. You're going to understand exactly what I'm talking about. And it's going to be hard. It's going to be hard for a lot of you. And I know that a lot of people don't understand why this is happening. I know. But you have to understand that this was talked about for a long time. This was talked about for a long time. So in the back of your mind, you kind of knew this was going to happen. You kind of knew this was going to occur. You knew. You didn't want to think you knew. And I know. I understand. But what now? What do we do? What do we do from here? Where do we go from here? What happens? Well, how do you make the right choice? We talked about that, didn't we? Now look at this. Now look at all this. We talked about this. We talked about all these things. Sit down. Maybe you should read your book. We talked about that. What now? Well, there's a lot of things that have to happen, don't they? Don't they? You know. And not a lot of things that have to happen out there. All the things have to happen in here. They do, they have to. Things have to happen in here before they happen out there. So we have to change in order for us to see a change. That's just the way it works. Why do you think it works that way? Well, it has to work that way. Because we're the ones in control of the change. We are. We are the ones in control of the change. Creation. We are the source of creation. We make that change. That's why we're so coveted by every species that we could ever know. Haven't you understood that? You didn't want admit that, huh? That's okay. But now you know, don't you? Man, now you know. That's good. It was about time for everybody to know for real what was really going on within them. But what do we do with this information? What do we do with the information that mostly everyone didn't want to admit that was true? What do we do with that? We try and understand that information within us, not going out and writing books and charging people for classes and memberships and things like that. No, 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 no. We don't go back to that old way of doing things. We want to transcend that and keep moving forward from where we are now. We have to. There's no going back. There's not. No. Too much. Come on. Look, it's too much. It's time to move forward into a new. In order to move forward into a new, you have to do things that you haven't done before. And that's scary sometimes, and that's okay. It's no big deal. It's just different. So don't get wrapped up in the fear. Don't be afraid. It's just something new. Turn that into excitement. That's what we should all be doing. Turn that fear into excitement. Be excited. Because there's so many things to be excited about. Oh man, there is. There is. Look past everything that you see. Right now. Right now. Just right now. Because everything that you see right now will be anew. Things will start to sprout and grow. And you'll see. You'll see. That's what happens all the time. Mother Nature. Mother Nature knows how to restore itself and knows how to heal itself. That's what God does. That's who God is. You know that. We've talked about that. And now you know that for real, don't you? I'm so excited that you know that now. Man, I'm so excited that you know that now. Because now we can start having conversations on a different level. Now we can start having conversations about things that really matter. About things that really exist. And the only thing that exists is what? You know that. You know this. You know all of this now. All of this you understand. So it's okay for what you see out there. It's okay. Now it starts here. If you haven't started, now it starts here. I mean, now there's no other way to do it. What else are you gonna do? Right? What else are you gonna do? There's nothing else you can do. It's gone. It's gone. It's all over. It's gone. So what are you gonna do? Run away? Scream? Cry? Stick your head in the sand? Okay. You can do that. Can't judge you for that. There's gonna be many, many, many people that do that. It's okay. Shoot, there's already many, many people that have already done that. And that's okay too. That's okay. We can't judge those people for doing that. They don't understand what they don't understand. They wanted to understand, but they just didn't make the step to understand. And that's okay. But now it's to grow up. Make the right choices. Now we have to make the right choices for everyone, don't we? And the right choices start here. How do we make the right choice? How do we know how to make the right choice? How do we follow Spirit? Now that we know who God is for real, how do we follow God? How do we allow God to grow within us more rapidly? Because in order for you to survive now, you have to do these things. Because if you don't go this way, it's not going to be good for you. You know that. Now you know that. But you can still make the choice to do that, and that's okay, you know? But now for all of those that want to make the right choice in life and for themselves and the way God wants to make that choice for you and allow these things to happen through you, now it's time for these things to happen. What have we talked about through all these videos that we've been going on for about a year and a half or so? We talked about many things about the physicality of the body, frequencies, vibrations, different sorts of meditations and why we do those things, how to open your book, what the book even is, how to read it, how to start talking about your book, how to start sharing these things from within and then start understanding these things more deeply. Because what else are you going to do? Where else are you going to go? It's gone. It doesn't exist anymore. It's over. It's over. It's okay. Now things have to change. And that's good. Now things have to change, and that's good. These things have to change because there's just no other way now. That's the way nature works. You've seen the way trees grow. Sure. Doesn't an old oak tree start to uproot everything around it? No matter what we build on top of nature, it's still going to come through. You know that. I mean, you look outside, look in neighborhoods, all over the world. It happens all the time. Nature will always take its course. Nature will always win. God will always win. You know this. You know this. But now, you really know it, don't you? Like, really know it. Like, there's no other way to be able to argue this fact anymore. You can't. So what do you do with that? You start to reach out to the people that have this knowledge, that have this information. You have to reach out to the people that know the things that I'm talking about. And there's a lot of them. You know, the chosen ones. Did you think that was a fantasy or something? It's in every scripture across the world about these things occurring. You know this. You knew this. So reach out to these people because they're the ones that have it within them. They are. And they're the only ones that have it within them. The true knowledge is hidden within. And God hid those things within them to be protected, to be spoken about, to be understood. The truth of all knowledge. People call them ancient knowledge, whatever you want to call it, doesn't matter. It's the truth of the fact of what God is. You have a glimpse of really who God is, a glimpse. You understand that there is a God. For real, for real. You understand that fact now. Now you know. So how do you go further with that knowledge? Well, you go out to the people that have all of it within them. Because they have it within them because they're fully connected to God. They're connected to me, to you. You just gotta find that connection. Find these people. They're out there. We're out here. Find us. Believe this. Believe these things. Know these things. I mean, what else are you gonna do? You don't have a choice anymore, do you? Well, you kind of do. But you're kind of at the point where, well, what else are you going to do? I mean, look. Wow. Ah. Where do we go now? I'm sorry, but I mean, come on. I mean, you were told. You were told time and time and time again. You were. But I know it's hard. It's hard to believe something when you really don't know what to believe or how. What do you do? Well, there's many things that can happen. Things could go one way and things could go the other way now, can't they? Whenever you have a blank slate, you can build. But how do you build? How do you build? Where do you build from? There's only one way. And that's up. We can't disagree with that now, can we? You gotta start from somewhere, and you gotta go up. You can't go down. I mean, you don't want to do that. Trust me, you don't want to do that. I mean, look at all the people that made that choice. Where are they now? Oh, is that a hard truth? Sorry. It's a fact. Live with it, deal with it, you have to. We have to start coming to the understandings that some things are absolute facts and truths now, don't we? You believe that there is a God, and that's an absolute fact and truth now, isn't it? Yeah, there is. And you know it for a fact. No hesitation, it's an absolute fact. So, you gotta move forward. How do you move forward? You have to know how to make the right choices. You gotta be able to listen to something that will provide you the right choices. When all the books are burned and there's no more books to read, where does the knowledge come from? Has to. Has to. So now it's time to go within. It's time to go within now. You have to. That's the only way to learn where to go to from here. You have to go within and understand who you are. The more you understand who you are, the more you are going to understand who they are, who this is, who's up there, who's down there, who's all over. Because now there's a lot, isn't there? You cannot base your choices off of what everybody else does now, because you don't understand anybody else anymore, do you? You have to start learning how to make choices from here and be connected to God, because that's where all the truth comes from. Come on, you know that now. I mean, I know that. We all know that. There's a lot of us that know that. Find us. Find us. Come on. Find us and let's move on. Let's do this. We're teaching it to everyone. Right now, this very moment, while you're watching this video, we are teaching this right now. Find us. I used to say, book a session with me. Okay. Find us. You have to find us now. Search within. Follow God, and God will lead you to us. And we will teach you. We will teach you all the things that need to be taught. And we will move forward. We will grow and we will build. We will. We are. Know that. We are. It's okay. I love you. I love you, and we all do. We all love you so much. For real, for real. Like, know that. If you want to know what that feels again, find us. If you don't know how to do it, you gotta find it somewhere. Do it. If you can't go here anymore, find us and we'll teach you how to do it. Run, sprint. You got to. Because man, look. Look. You waited. Now you're scared out of your mind, and you cannot even know how to make a choice because you're so terrified on what to do now. Because look at all the different things that are going on, and you're just boggled up with fear. That's what they want. You know this. We've talked about it for a long time. That's exactly how they feed. That's the way it works. They want you to be afraid all the time. Come on. You were always taught, don't be afraid. You gotta drop fear first, remember? Remember? This is why. Now you're boggled up in fear, and you don't know what to do with yourself. What about those that are not afraid? Look. Are you afraid? What is there to be afraid of? You're only afraid because you don't understand. That's okay. Just know that that's the only reason why you're afraid, is because you don't understand. So the reason why we're not afraid is because we understand. We have that knowledge. Come find us. Find us. We're okay. We're protected all the time. They can't touch us. They know. They know. They can't touch us. They can't touch anything that we touch. It's the way it works. They know. I want you to understand that we're okay. And because we're okay, that means we're always going to be around. Ah, don't you love that? How does that feel? Because we're always going to be around, we're going to win. Just a fact. We're going to win, and they don't have a choice. They know. Eventually they're going to have to be devoured by something. It's over for them. They know. They're going to have to move on. Look, how long have they been talking about space and things like that? I mean, where did all these other people come from? These other beings of sorts. Come on. You know. It's gonna be okay, though. Well, we talked a lot about it, about a lot of things, didn't we? It's gonna be okay, though. Know that we will win this. Remember. Remember. Come on. Remember. Remember who you are. Remember who you are. Look. Remember. How am I doing this? How are we doing these things? Come on. Namasamana Iwana Wakashana Ishnama Yavanahu Yamahu. Love yourself more than anything, and know who you are. Be God, know God, love God, and be the conduit of God.